Hello, beautiful sister. Welcome to the Womb Blessing. We have over 100 people that are joining us for this womb work today. So whether you are here live or whether you're listening to the recording, we're all working energetically on the astral planes in the now. And we're going to create a potent experience together for ourselves and for many, for all of the world, all of humanity, because that's how powerful we are as women when we work together at this level. So I want to welcome you here today, and let me start with an introduction. My name is Marin Bach-Antonson, and I am the creator of the Priestess Rising Initiation Mystery School programs. And in my work, I have the humble honor, the absolute joy of guiding women through soul initiation experiences and activating divine feminine master archetypes within them so that they can step forward into next level feminine leadership and next level feminine power, and bring us forth into the next heaven on earth paradigm. I don't know if you experience it yet, but I know for myself that I have been unplugging from the third dimensional matrix for over 3 years now, and have truly begun to replug into the higher densities, into that heaven on earth paradigm. I know that it's possible. I know that working at the level of divine feminine energy is what brings us there. I know that we literally can release all of our conditioning, our programming, the ancestral imprints, our childhood traumas, all of the things that distort our relationship with our own inner goddess, with our own inner power, with our own inner self-confidence and ability to see ourselves. All of that can be rewired inside of us as we begin to remember more of who we are. So the womb plays such an important part in that work, because the womb is the foundation for your relationship with the archetypal feminine. So I'm going to start today with some womb wisdom. And my intention with the womb wisdom is to transmit that to you so that it begins to open more consciousness inside of your womb. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring us into safe and sacred space together, because I always love to activate sacred space in any work that I do. So I'll invite you to close your eyes, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. Today, I'll call all of you forward into this holy moment to join us in a safe and sacred circle. Any part of you that is stuck in the past or projected into the future, hanging on any other dimension or reality, you're invited to come into this high frequency space in the now. Using your breath to subtly but powerfully transport you from the outer experience of everything that you need to do in life, bringing you into the inner experience of being with yourself in your inner temple. Dropping down into the body. We all come together with the intention of creating a safe and sacred container of quantum healing, a high frequency field. We come together in the astral planes, every single one of us that's listening to this recording, that's live on this call. We come together sister to sister, soul to soul, hand to hand, heart to heart, womb to womb, holy woman to holy woman, as a field of sisters, as a web of women, as a living and breathing mandala who together, with the power of the goddess within us, have the potential to transmute, transform, and bring forth miracles. We acknowledge the presence of our soul family, of our spirit guides, of our angels, and of all the ascended masters that work on our behalf. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Please offer your protection today, your guidance, your assistance in allowing us to do even deeper womb work than we intend and expect here. Blessed be. Okay, so I invite you to open your eyes and let me begin to share a little bit about the womb. So there's actually 2 sanctuaries within our body that are these beautiful feminine sanctuaries, these beautiful feminine portal points within our body, and they are the heart and the womb. And they actually work in tandem, the heart being the positive pole and the womb being the negative pole. Now, let me pause here and make sure that I clarify that when I say the word negative, it in no way connotates low vibration. I'm talking positive and negative in how they work in tandem as a magnet. Your heart is the positive pole that the energy streams out. It's how women express their energy and give. The womb, being the negative pole, is what draws energy in. Our womb is the receptive center. It is literally a receptacle of energy. And one of the things that we have to be so masterful about as goddess women is being really conscious about being able to clear our wombs. The mastery and the art of womb clearing is very important because we are taking in so much at any given time. Now, here's something interesting as an aside. Men have a positive and negative masculine portal, and it is the heart is their negative portal. It's how they take in energy, and the penis is their positive portal. It's how they put energy forward. So it's such perfect design that even within us, we have this magnet, and then we have these magnets working in tandem between men and women, masculine and feminine on the planet as well. So one of the things that has happened to almost all women in the Western world is that we have grown up deeply disconnected from our wombs and therefore deeply disconnected from the essence of our feminine. About 10 years ago, I was working in the birth industry as a doula, and I used to attend birth conferences. And one of the conferences that I attended, there was a beautiful African woman, midwife, who was also a shaman. She was giving a talk, and I will never forget one of the lines that she shared in her beautiful African lyrical accent. She said, "The womb, you Western women don't realize your wombs are cold. The womb is meant to be warm. You need to warm your wombs." And in that moment, something landed for me like a thump in my consciousness. I just knew that she was speaking the truth. I didn't know at the time the difference between a cold womb, a warm womb, or what in the world that meant, but I knew that this was incredibly deep wisdom that she was offering to us. What I know now is that we each have an energetic womb. So also let me just pause here and say, if you are on this call and you don't have an actual physical womb, it is totally fine. You will receive everything that we do today because a physical womb actually isn't necessary to do womb work. We each have an overlay of an energetic womb imprint as well as an actual physical womb because we have a physical body, but we also have an energy body. So it is our energetic womb that is either cold or warm. When we warm the womb, she becomes open, juicy, available to us. A cold womb is a contracted womb. It's a womb that is protective of herself. Wombs protect themselves much like a woman would protect herself when she doesn't feel safe. So, one of the most important things that we must understand about our womb is that the womb has her own consciousness. It's actually a very vast consciousness. Now, what does that mean, that a part of our body has a consciousness? Let me explain. Think about your bladder for a moment. If you were urinating in a bathroom stall and suddenly somebody burst into that bathroom stall, well, what would happen? Your bladder would instantaneously contract and stop the flow of urination because the bladder doesn't feel safe. On a micro level, that's the same thing that happens with the womb. The bladder has a much less consciousness compared to the womb that has an unbelievably, wise consciousness because the womb is very much the consciousness of our inner feminine. I want you to think about the yoni also for a moment. This also gives us another metaphor within the body. When your yoni is tended to, cared for, gently approached, your yoni naturally opens, right? You know the difference between those two sexual experiences, a yoni that's open and a yoni that's not open, right? The yoni that's open, the amount of pleasure that is available to a woman is far greater than when a yoni is energetically closed. So yes, your physical yoni can open and you can have sex, but if your energetic yoni is not open, then it's going to be much different. So this is part of what we talk about and participate and activate in the Priestess Rising program. We open these feminine portals within our body so that our pleasure potential, our creative potential, and our feminine potential grows exponentially and literally show up differently in our life. So today we're going to work on opening the womb. So in order to do that, it's actually a very simple process. We first need to reconnect and establish a relationship with your womb. Now, some of you may already have a relationship with your womb. This will only deepen it. For some of you, you are new to being in relationship with your womb. This will awaken it. So I invite you to bring your hands together and to rub your hands so that you can activate some warmth between the hands. And then we'll open the hands and we'll invite the energetic womb keepers, the ancient womb keepers, the intelligence of those women who understood how to work at the level of their womb. We'll invite the ascended masters. We'll invite any and all feminine entities that are filled with love to bless our hands and anoint our hands with the elixir of nurturing, seeing this come in like a beautiful stream of white, golden, liquid light. As we ask, we align, we allow, we receive. And now bringing those hands together again, warming those hands and placing those hands on your womb in womb mudra. Womb mudra bringing the beautiful triangle. This even just the mudra itself begins to activate the consciousness of the womb. So you'd bring your thumbs underneath your belly button so that your palms are right over those ovaries, the uterus. That's it. Good. Take a breath and feel the transmission of energy from the palms of your hands through your belly into your physical, if you have one, and energetic womb. Anointing your womb, warming your womb with this presence, your holy presence. Good. I invite you to close your eyes and repeat after me. Beautiful womb, my beautiful womb. In this holy moment, I acknowledge you. You remind me that it is sacred to be a woman. You remind me that I am a powerful creatrix force in this universe. And right now, I want you, my womb, to hear my words. I am sorry for the times that I abandoned you. I am sorry for the times that I was ever angry or blamed you for pain. I am here with you now. I am ready to restore you to rightful health and holiness. I recognize and remember that you are a powerful feminine sanctuary within my body. I choose now to reconnect. I choose now to be in relationship. I love you, womb. I honor your presence within me. I am ready to be in perfect harmony with you now. And take a few breaths with your eyes closed and just feel those words, feel that intention of reconnecting with your womb, of being in relationship with your womb. And begin to ask your womb. You can let your womb know, actually, I'm here, I'm listening. What messages do you have for me? What do you need me to know? How do you like to be cared for? Do you have a name? You can ask your womb, does she have a name? Is there something she likes to be called? Remember, she has her own consciousness, right? Yeah. I am here, I am open, I am available, I am listening. What messages do you have for me, beautiful womb? Good. And something may come through, something may not come through, but your womb will often talk in symbology, in imagery, sometimes in clairaudience, and sometimes just in inner knowing. It is a language that a woman must begin to learn the mastery of. It doesn't come right away, but the more that you sit, particularly during your bleeding time, and you connect with the womb, you make the intention to be in relationship with your womb, and your womb will begin to open, unfurl, warm, and expand. And when she does that, she is going to offer you these womb whispers that are of ancient knowing, ancient knowledge, and you will begin to get downloads, womb knowing that is far beyond anything that you maybe can access with the mind, okay? Now, one of the things I want to go back to is, why did we apologize to the womb? Why did we say, I'm sorry? Well, because so much of our relationship with our womb comes around our menstrual cycle and our menses. This is oftentimes the very first time that the womb comes into our life. And the relationship that gets encoded is, our blood is bad, it's inconvenient, it's dirty, it's smelly, it's something to be ashamed of, it's a burden. Right? Pain is something that just slows us down and gets in our way. And oftentimes, believe it or not, all of that resentment and all of those feelings, they get pushed down to the womb. We get really annoyed by our cycles, and then the womb takes all of that energy in, and the womb begins to contract and go cold. So as we revise this relationship with the womb, we give her the opportunity to open, and come back online again. It doesn't take much. It just takes your energy, your intention, and just those hands of white liquid gold transmitting that beautiful healing medicine and elixir to warm the womb. Okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit more about womb wisdom. And what I will tell you is that your womb holds the potential of that which you have to become. Okay? Your womb is not only the birthplace for your children, it is also the birthplace for your divine self. So what happens is that when we have an impulse for stepping forward, and we begin to like unplug from the third dimensional matrix, and suddenly like those 9-to-5 jobs and those relationships that are not a match for our soul purpose anymore, we begin to notice them. It's like we begin to wake up and things begin to feel uncomfortable, and we begin to feel this impulse and this call. And what is that? That's the birth energy. That's the call to begin the process of birthing your true self, your authentic nature into the world. Most women, when they feel that initial impulse, they make one mistake. And it is a huge mistake. And I'm going to tell you what it is. They respond to the impulse from the third dimensional matrix, and they try to figure out what the impulse is all about. They try to figure out what it is that is my purpose. What am I supposed to do? Okay, doing is the masculine energy. Being is the feminine energy. Okay, there's nothing you can do when it comes to giving birth, right? You just have to be, breathe, be open, allow, and it's the exact same thing when it comes to your great soul mission, your deepest purpose in life. So many women are getting in their own way, trying to do, trying to figure it out. The reason I can speak so confidently to this is because I was one of those women. I spent 3 full years with such an intense, passionate, powerful impulse going off inside of me. It was like energy popping, dynamite going off inside of me every day, all day. And I didn't know what to do with it. And so I was like on a hamster wheel trying to figure it out. What am I supposed to do in my business? Who am I supposed to work with? What do I want to be known as? What offerings am I supposed to do? So women put down so much money. I see this all the time, so much investment into business coaching programs, trying to figure this out. You cannot figure out a soul purpose. It does not reveal itself at the level of the head. Excuse me. Your great mission reveals itself at the level of your womb, because it's meant to be birthed through you. You are a conduit. You are a catalyst. You're here to bring forth that energy. And your greatest soul purpose, believe it or not, is the art of your own becoming that which you are energetically and vibrationally here to be. When you become that thing, you become the embodiment of the goddess within you, that divine feminine potential within you. Let me tell you, because this is what I'm living now, all of the doing naturally flows easily and effortlessly. It's like we try to put the cart before the horse. We try to do the thing and then be, the person that's doing the offers. What has to happen first is that we need to be the vibration of who we are to be in this world. And then all of the doing naturally comes to that. If there's anything that you get today, get that womb wisdom. Your purpose will be revealed to you in the emptiness. So let me take you into a prayer now. We're going to pray a prayer of the womb. I love this prayer. It's the prayer of the feminine Christ. Some of you might know it. It comes from the Sophia Code, right there on the first page. I invite you again to put your hands on your womb and to repeat after me. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. Good. This time, just having your hands on your womb and just listening, taking this in as I speak it again. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. Good. So as you feel that, you might be able to feel the surrender energy that comes over you when you speak that prayer. It's such a potent and powerful prayer for that reason. Surrender is feminine energy. Softening is feminine energy. Allowing is feminine energy, right? So oftentimes we're so hanging on to something, trying to figure it out, trying to fight with life to make things happen. And what we forget is that if we were to just open, take our hands off the wheel, surrender, and allow ourselves to go into the emptiness. Again, that energetic of the womb, that's where all things can be revealed. That's where all things can be birthed. So that prayer activates that energetic inside of you that brings you into the intelligence of the frequency of the womb and allows you to be in the nothingness. One of the greatest mantras that is a key code mantra of the womb is, I allow myself to know nothing. Or I give myself permission to know nothing. Can you feel the power in that? I know it's scary because we're so attached to knowing, right? Knowing, to having control. But when we drop into the womb, it's like we are surrendering to our inner feminine. Okay, do you understand that? That's how that works. And the more and more open that the womb is, we're not only surrendering to the energetic imprint within our own womb, we're surrendering to the galactic cosmic womb of the Divine Mother. And any and all possibility can reach us. Divine sparks of information and inspiration can reach us when we are willing to surrender at that level. I'm going to tell you a secret about my own business. I will reveal to you that I actually have a 6-figure business. And one of the things that I absolutely do at this point in my life, I do not have a board of directors. I don't have a business coach. I don't have any of that. What I have is my connection to my womb. And oftentimes when I have a offering, or I need to know something in my business, and I find myself naturally in that place where I'm hanging on, trying to figure it out, and I can catch myself. It's like, oh, okay, let me surrender. And I literally do a ritual where I surrender it to the feet of the mother. I surrender it to the womb, actually, the womb of the mother. And in that space of allowing myself to not know, I get the greatest business guidance, ideas, and inspiration that I could ever ask for, because I've gotten out of my own way, and an intelligence far greater than me is working through me to bring forward this sacred work in the world. And I know that there's a lot of people that want to be able to work at that level. One of the things that we have to be mindful of is reconfiguring our operating system. When you are so prone to respond to life from your masculine template, like so many of us are, in our own orbit of our own body, the feminine has been forced into slumber. We don't even realize it, but through our relationship with our own inner feminine, and thus not having much of a relationship with her, we sort of distort that energy inside of us without even realizing it. And one of the things that we do in the Priestess Rising initiation programs in the mystery school setting is we create space in order for her to reveal herself to us again. And when she is revealed, when she is activated, when she awakens inside of us, there is an unbelievable, you can't quite describe it until you've actually experienced it. There is an unbelievable force of nature that begins to work through you that you never had access to before. And that's the power of harnessing your feminine energy. And she gets awoken and activated through the initiation experiences, through the archetypal activations. And it's incredible what begins to happen, that more and more and more of you comes and reconfigures, and you begin to be able to live as a human being in this new operating system where you are not so prone to only do it in the masculine way. Right? Tell me if this sounds familiar. That you push yourself even when you're tired. That you have the intention of doing your morning practices, but something always gets in the way and you never have time. That you find yourself at the end of the day sitting on the couch, watching Netflix and resting because you're just so exhausted, weary, and tired, right? That is an imbalanced masculine template. That's the inner patriarchy running inside of you without you being able to control it. It has control over you. What happens when we turn on and tune into our inner feminine is that the patriarchal energy inside of us actually comes into balance. And all of that perfectionist patterns, those procrastination patterns, those patterns that are constantly keeping us in the desperation of proving ourselves to the world, of making ourselves successful, achieving a certain status, making money, being somebody, having that beautiful relationship, having that perfect family, that all begins to quiet and come into balance, because that is patriarchal energy, believe it or not. We just call it an inner critic, oh, it's just an inner critic, it's just our human being. But in fact, it's not. It's patriarchal energy that you don't realize is affecting your ability and is distorting your relationship to your own power. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to activate your womb, and you're going to create an archetypal vibrational template that we're going to work with that's going to bring you into a higher vibration. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to work with my singing bowl, which is a powerful activation temple tool that I recently got. As I use this singing bowl, and as you can hear the tones through this recording, it will actually open your womb. And as I read the activation piece, okay, what your job will be to do is to just take it in and to be taking some nice deep breaths. The words are going to have a vibration to them. Your job is simply to just receive. Okay, simply receive. Here we go. So first I'm going to invite declare, decree that the higher self-consciousness of every person gathered in this sacred circle today, whether you're here live or on the recording, that your higher self-consciousness comes down into all four levels of your being: your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body, and your astral body. We activate your omniscient awareness, your connection to the one unified heart, the one universal truth, and the sovereign creator within you. For it is the sovereign creator and the higher self-consciousness that will work with you, the human being who is listening to the activation words, to actually energetically open and activate the womb now. And I invite you now to take in this piece. Beautiful goddess, you are. You know deep inside why you're here, in a human body, on planet Earth. You know the ancient call that pulses in your bones, that swirls in your belly, that is encoded in your being. You know the wave in your spine that calls you home over and over and over. Past the traffic lights, the breakdown points, the bounce checks, the turbulent relationships, divine sister, you know the comfort in the sanctuary of your womb home. You know the safety there. You know the song of spirit, the sounds of creation. You know the softness of your inner feminine and the steadiness of your priestess warrior. So after all these words, in the silence, there is but nothing to say. There is but listening. So listen, listen, listen. Listen with your womb knowing. Listen to the rays of the sun as they kiss your face. Listen to the sound of the wind as it enters your nose. Listen to the dirt as your feet move across the ground. Listen to the pulse and chorus of the heartbeat inside your chest. Listen to the water's edge wash your mind clean. Listen to the call of your purposeful living. Listen to the swirl of your womb, alchemizing your soul into being. Listen, listen, listen at this level, for it is all the same love song. When night comes, if you can, go somewhere where you can watch the stars, lay under the moon, bathe in the light of night, and listen. And each time a fear comes up, breathe it out and breathe love into your womb. For your womb is a transmutational portal of alchemy. And say to yourself, I am a child of the most beautiful love story in the universe. I am a child of the most beautiful love story in the universe. And maybe, just maybe, that will open your knowing for feeling the truth of how precious you are. For you, dear goddess, you are radiant power. You are vibrant health. You are abundant wealth and overflowing love. You are crystalline clarity and eternal breath. You are perfect balance. You are infinite beauty. You are divine joy, a light with holy purpose. You are original innocence. You are infinite creativity. You are sovereign and free. You are. I am. And feel in this moment as the womb opens, expands, and reveals a phrase to you. I am. The truth of who I am. I am. And allow it to bubble up from the emptiness of the womb, from the velveteen black waves of the womb. Allow an I am to come up through the heart, into the head, bursting forth, revealing herself to you. I am, and speak it out loud. It might be, I am, whatever it might be. I am a powerful priestess. I am love. I am a flowering consciousness. Whatever words reveal themselves to you carry a particular vibration. I invite you, please, don't choose the words. Let them be revealed to you through the portal of your womb. This is important. With womb love, all things are possible. We now activate every womb like a beautiful string of pearls in this sister circle, in this web of women. I invite you to see with your inner eye as wombs begin to light up, like an electrical light is being turned on. A switch is flipped for every womb in this circle. And what's happening is we're creating a tone, a beautiful tone. Each womb has a hum. Hum, hum, hum. And we're creating a tone of energy that creates a field. And allow all of your I ams to be offered into that field of creation that we're creating in this moment, womb to womb, holy woman to holy woman. The greatest gift that you can offer the universe is the gift of your own becoming. Not what you do, but the gift of how you vibrate, the gift of the frequency that you behold. For you, my dear sister, are like a tuning fork for the world. Within the center circle of this womb power of all women gathered, I invite you to begin to create a picture of this I am. Let it go from a phrase and a statement to an actual picture. If you're seeing yourself as I am infinite abundance, allow yourself to see what that looks like. Maybe she is you, but with bright eyes and open heart and a golden field of energetic coins just streaming from her heart. Doesn't matter what this looks like. Just let the metaphor come to you. Birthed in this beautiful sister womb circle, see a picture. This picture is a code of energy that we're going to work with now. Allow this picture, however it is, this future self, this potential self, this powerful self that you've just created, that your womb has given you, that you're putting forth into the cosmic womb of this sister circle, of this container, okay? Now you're going to place a beautiful orb of gold around that picture. That activates it as a code of energy. And we're going to install this frequency in your body now, okay? Your body acts as a mainframe computer, and all of life is always responding to your vibration, to your frequency. If you understand how to relate to life at this level, then you understand that there's nothing that you need to do outside of yourself. Everything that you want changed and transforms happen at the level of your body, of yourself, of your inner mainframe computer, in your inner temple, okay? So take that picture now that is your potential, that is your higher potential, a higher frequency, a greater version of you, and let's bring it down into the head. allowing it to merge with the brain, with the mental consciousness, and with your inner eye. I'm going to invite you to see neural pathways begin to light up and reconfigure themselves at the level of the brain. New neural pathways, new neural plexuses. We're activating this code and this frequency now in your mind. It's just this simple. Now you're going to go ahead, you're going to bring this down into your body. I know I'm moving through this fast. You may not understand what we're doing, but just give over to it. Just surrender. Don't worry about trying to control it or understand it. Let the body now become this future version of you in the now. The way to do that is to see this picture explode in the body. Feel the ecstasy of this new energy as it comes into your muscles, your organs, your blood, your bones, your bone marrow. Let it merge with all of your cells. Let it even rewrite your DNA in this moment. See billions of these pictures burst forth inside of you, and see written on every single one of your cells that I am statement. Okay, again, maybe it's I am infinite abundance. I am pure love. I am the goddess. Whatever it might be, let it just burst forth in your body now. Good. And now take that code of energy, take that picture, and let it be brought into the heart. Good. And now from the heart, let it drop down into the womb. Okay. Now we're going to activate the heart and the womb here. So imagine that you're holding this picture, you're holding this frequency in the heart and womb. Okay. And I'm going to show you something. There is a symbol that was given to me when I was facilitating a rose retreat up in Mount Shasta just this past summer. And it's a symbol that came from Magdalene. And what Magdalene showed me was that there is a way to activate your heart and your womb. Sorry, my doggy is moving around the room right now. So there's a way to activate your heart and your womb. When we activate the heart and the womb and bring these two portals into balance, we create a third energetic portal, and that is the heart womb. When you work at the level of your heart womb, you have connected your highest feminine potential power. Okay, and let me show you how to activate the heart womb. It's this symbol right here, where you are starting with a spiral in your heart. You're moving it down, and you're creating a spiral in your womb. Okay, working at the level of sacred geometry is a whole other level of work. Okay, symbols activate. So Magdalene gave me this particular symbol, and it will activate the heart and the womb. It will establish a connection between the two. Now, sometimes it takes a lot of work in order to get it to its full potential, because many of us have what's called an electrical band. We have karmic block right at the solar plexus that affects our power. So much of the work that I do in the Priestess Rising program is about helping women to untangle all of this karma, all of these blocks, so that these two places of the heart womb can actually be connected. Okay, but we're going to activate this for you today, but just understand that it can't be fully activated until we clear this block so that it can be in its full amplified power. Okay, so here we go. Let's draw the symbol first in front of you. Okay, with hands of light. Then we're going to pull this symbol in. Okay, you might feel that in your body if you're energetically sensitive. I know I can feel that. And then you're going to draw the symbol as the Trinity experience. Okay, to activate it, we work in a Trinity. We draw it first in the air, then we pull it into the body, then we draw it on the body. That's what Magdalene showed me. Great. So now with your hands on your heart and your hands on your womb again, I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. It is now by the power of the one unified heart, the one universal truth, and the sovereign creator within me. It is hereby my intention to activate the heart womb within my woman's body. I send my higher self-consciousness out to clear all obstacles, blocks, resistances, beliefs, limitations, conditions, imprints, anything and everything that blocks me from being in my full expression of my feminine power. I send my higher self-consciousness out to clear these now. It is so, it is so, it is so. Good. Now, from this activated heart womb space, okay, you're going to blast out in all directions from the heart and from the womb. You're going to blast out that picture into the field all around you, into the energetic field. Ready? Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Blast it out. Sisters, as you blast out this contribution, which is just you, right? It's a picture of you, but it is a frequency of you liberated. This is actually a gift to all of humanity. What we are doing right now from this energetic circle is we are blessing from the heart womb of all gathered. We are blessing collective consciousness with this new level of awareness, with this new potential for power. Any and every woman on this planet that is ready to receive this activation at this level through us for all, we invite her to receive it now, now, now. We bless our beautiful earth with this energy, with this life-giving energy, with this thriving energy, with this birthing energy. That any and all that is reversed consciousness on this planet at this time can be healed and can come into right alignment. We literally live, I want you to just keep sending that out as I'm talking, okay? We literally live in a reverse planet. What do I mean by that? So much of what we experience is death and decay. We have to fight to thrive, right? We don't do well. We're in a scarcity model. We're in scarcity consciousness. It is not meant to be that way. Life on earth is meant for all to thrive. Earth is a life-giving energy. She is a mother energy. This energy has been co-opted, and we are here on the planet at this time, many of us as starseed beings, here to help to hold space, to reverse the reversals so that we can begin to bring forth the life-giving vitality of the divine feminine again and bring this planet back into balance. As we bless the earth with this womb blessing right now, may that be so. May that medicine be gifted into the orbit, into the ethers at this time, through us for all. Woo, good. And then I invite you just to now send it out and surrender it, and then come back to yourself and to actually hold your hands up like this for a moment. What you're going to do now is you're just going to create a moment, a chalice moment. Okay, that's what I call it, a chalice moment. Because one of the laws of the universe states this: anything that you give out sincerely and genuinely without anything in return, it must come back to you. It comes back to you tenfold, 100-fold. It comes back to you amplified. So knowing that you just sent something out as a blessing, as an intention of your own becoming, not just for yourself, but to activate others, to give other women permission, to help humanity, to help balance the earth. Now I invite you to be like the chalice and activate your receptive nature by saying 3 times in a trinity, I am willing to receive. I am willing to receive. I am willing to receive. And feel yourself filled up like a beautiful cup, a beautiful chalice. You may actually feel this energy. It feels very soft to me, almost like bubbles. For you, it might feel different. Feel yourself blessed and anointed today by life. Good. Good. Okay. So yeah, so much of that receptive nature too. It's like that oftentimes is what blocks us. It's what gets in the way of our money. Oh my goodness, that feminine that is not in balance inside of us. We don't even realize it, but it blocks our receptive nature. We're so giving oftentimes. This is one of the main wounds of the collective feminine. By the way, there are 3 major wounds that every woman carries inside of her. Okay, it's the witch wound, the bitch wound, and the slut wound. Those wounds are deep. Those wounds are encoded in our consciousness. In order to be free of those wounds, we first have to understand them, and we have to bring in the archetypes that dismantle that wounding. But until you dismantle those wounds, that's going to be true for every single one of you. So again, that's part of the work that I do in the Priestess Rising program, is I help women to resolve those wounds inside and to awaken the Master Feminine archetypes within them. So one of the things that you must understand is that if you are going to be receptive, you have to continue to make that intention, because you are not, many of us, until we've done all this clearing work, this re-encoding work, and we've redesigned our operating system, okay, we will naturally default to the masculine. It will just continue to happen until we put the time, effort, and energy into revising our operating system, okay? So I hope today some of the exercises and priestess practices that I've offered are helpful to you. And if you are a woman that is on this feminine awakening path, and you can feel in the very truth of your soul that you are here to help hold this energy, that you're on this transition team, you are a midwife, you are a medicine woman, you're a feminine leader, you know this to be true about yourself, then I implore you please to listen to this invitation. Until you've done this work and truly dropped in and recoded your design system, then there is the struggle of the third dimensional matrix. There will always be patriarchal energy inside of you until you clear it, okay? And I see this all the time, and I want to be able to support you. I want to be able to help. This is the mastery that I've developed over the 20 years that I've been walking this feminine awakening path and doing this level of work. It was guided to me from the feminine masters how to create an initiation journey of 13 gateways that women can go through, that women can experience, that will bring them to the other side, and their operating system will literally be attuned, turned on, and activated for the feminine and their feminine mastery. Now, I am inviting you to join me for that journey through those 13 gateways in order to experience that level of feminine initiation, in order to activate those feminine archetypal mastery energetic imprints inside of you, in order to clear the patriarchal DNA conditioning that is running you. For example, did you know that the I am not enough code, we just think that everybody has that. We just think, oh, it's just part of being human. It's not. It's an actual DNA code of energy that is inside of you, and we can begin to clear it. And once cleared, you are liberated from that distortion that causes you to have all sorts of self-doubt, that causes you to not be able to get over the hump, with patterns of procrastination, patterns of perfection, self-doubt, self-criticism, and fear of visibility. So we clear all of that so that then you can step into your power. And then once you're in your power, once you're aligned, you can do those coaching programs. You can get that business going, because now you are a vibrational match for it. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is such important work, so valuable on so many levels. So I really want to make this invitation to you. The doors are open right now for my Priestess Rising Initiation program. It is a 9-month journey that you can do from the comfort of your own home. She gave me the 9-month model because she literally told me that it's like 9 months and you will have birthed a brand new version of yourself in the world. Okay, a version of yourself that has the ability to command miracles, to magnetize clients, to be in the flow and relationship with money in a totally up-leveled way, to be in conscious relationship without all of the fighting and the defensive and the right and wrong polarity that often happens in relationships, to dismantle all of your inner trauma and to step forward as that goddess I am presence that you have the potential to be. So if that sounds even the littlest bit like it tickles your consciousness, I'm going to invite you to reach out to me after this. Email me, marin@priestessrising.com. Okay? Get a program guide. Look through the program guide for the Priestess Rising Initiation Program and simply feel into whether or not this can work in your life. It is such an important, valuable investment to do the work of re-encoding your operating system. When you do that, everything in life is different. I know I'm experiencing it, and every single one, 100% of the people that have walked through my Priestess Rising program are also experiencing it at this level. When the feminine awakens inside of you, life literally changes. And you are that much closer to living off of the third dimensional matrix of struggle, suffering, and fear, and into the higher dimensional matrix of heaven on earth. You deserve that. I deserve that. We all deserve to live there, and we can get there together. So I hope that you'll accept that invitation to join me for the Priestess Rising program. I thank you for being part of this womb blessing today. We'll close our circle by saying thank you, thank you, thank you to all who have gathered here today. Thank you to all of the masters, all of the angels, all of the beings, all of the members of our soul family, our spirit guides, members of councils of light that we sit on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay if you will, go if you must. We bless these beautiful wombs. May these wombs feel our love. May they be honored. May they be activated. May we know that the women with open wombs shall be the ones that bring forth the new earth. Blessed be to that potential. That brings us to a completion. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that we stay connected and that you'll join me in the Priestess Rising Initiation Program. Blessed be.